Welcome to Funky's World. Okay. This video is about my coming free samples. I had a ball with my mom. We used to go online like 8 computers ago. And we would find pages with 800 numbers for freebies. And we would print those out, staple them together, and I would go, because we had an old stapler that was like, it was all black. It should have had a pad on the top, but that had long since disappeared, you know, where you press down. So it was just the metal. This thing was cast iron, and it was heavy. I don't know what happened to that stapler. Now I have this, a traditional ring line stapler, but I miss that stapler. I don't know what happened to it. It may have broken. Just like the mechanism over the years, because it was kind of an antique. And I would go sit in my dad's room on a Sunday and call, because most of them are robots, so you can call them anytime, really. And we would also fill out forms online for free stuff. And I would keep track, just the way I'm keeping track now. So, and we would get to try samples of like spices and samples of shampoos, perfumes, and all sorts of things. It's a little more difficult now online, because you got to get through all the BS to find the sites that are just going to take you to the sample pages. And I got a couple of good ones that I will link. Don't go too far out though, because the further out that you go on the site, the further pages out you go, you're running into ones that have expired. These companies only do this for a certain length of time, because they can't afford to constantly be giving, especially if they're giving you full sizes, which occasionally they do. They can't be doing it constantly. So, we used to get, on some of the 800 number sites, they would tell you the, the dates of the, now this is one of the 800 number sites printed here on these 2 pages, if I can get them apart. Come on. Here we go. On these 2 pages, okay? And then these 2 pages is the other 800 number site. And my mom had a system where certain things, they always had little some companies, because we would, another thing that you do is you look at the back of all your products. Like you go in the bathroom and say, I like that product. You write down, there's usually an 800 number on the back, maybe an email address, and you write it down. And I would make a list of them. Food, same thing. You can get coupons, you can get recipes. Doing it for food. Cleaners, you can get small samples. decades. These people have been giving out samples for 2 decades. Pepsid. Some of them have sample packs, and they do give out samples all the time. We used to, when we used to call, sometimes we would sit in the middle of the night, the two of us, and make phone calls, and we would laugh so hard. Because, like I said, a lot of them are just robots. Sometimes when they're expired, the phone number wouldn't be the same phone number. So one time, my mother and I called a number. We were laughing so hard because when we called the number, instead of being a free whatever the heck it was, I don't remember now, it's been almost 30 years. It's been a good 25. Anyway, so, like I said, instead of the sample it was supposed to be, it was a Dateline kind of thing. It was a, not really a Dateline, but a, phone pleasure app. Not app. Phone pleasure line. I do remember, though, that in the 90s, which is when this was, and we've done it different times over the years. One of the big things were dating lines, party lines, where you would get on this party line and a bunch of people would talk, and you would figure out if you wanted to actually meet each other. Before internet dating became a thing. That's a little different than the line that we got. It was hilarious. Then another one was no good anymore, and we got a psychic hotline. We ordered one sample one time. It was supposed to be like a sample for a new kind of mattress. We kind of thought we would get a small, actual, a tiny, like, doll mattress. No. We got a little square of a mattress. We were laughing so hard when we took that out of the package. Because they wanted to show you all of the inner workings of the mattress. We thought they would give out a little doll mattress, and it would be cute. Yeah, no. What it was absolutely hilarious. So, those are some of the... I wish I could read it. Oh, okay. Some of the hilarity that ensued doing this. Like I said, this was in the 90s, when those dating party lines were all the rage and stuff like that. So, and don't get discouraged if some of them are no good. What I do, and what I kind of recommend, is, let me go up here. I have all kinds of highlighters here. Trying to see what colors I have. Okay, I have a purple, which will be the ones that we were successful with, and this pink for the ones that we're not. Can you see that? So in other words, if we get it, we'll use the purple, okay? If we don't get it, or it's expired, we'll use the pink. So, make yourself a little table. Like this. That's what I did. Purple sample coming, pink expired. And I'll put a mark from each of the colors next to them. That's purple. And that's pink. There. And it's like a legend on a map kind of an idea. See? Purple and pink. So, some of the ones that I was able to procure online are some L'Oreal Revitalift Serum, some Lancome Essence. These are expensive things. A Moonlight Magic Bath Set. I have a feeling these are going to be. Some herbal tea, some Derma E shampoo, some HSI hair care, Beauty Counter, that's the name of the brand, skincare, a perfume, a tinted sunscreen, a Christian book, hair perfume, a Jiffy Mix recipe book, a BB cream, a thing that can plug in and charge your phone, but it can also adapt your phone to accept regular headphones. If your phone, like my new phone coming, will not have the headphone jack. A deep cleansing mask, hand and body lotion, a natural body wash, which is a question mark because I'm not sure it went through, No. 6 perfume, snail night cream, not sure I'm gonna do that, lavender bath stuff, an eyeshadow, a micellar water, and a magenta matte lipstick. So, and those were mostly off 2 sites. Actually, they were all off 2 sites pretty much. So, just looking at my makeup. Whoops. I gotta go put my food on the crock pot. Anyway, crock pot's already made. If you watched the video yesterday, I just have to put it, plug it in and set it. Excuse me. So, yeah, it'll be fun to try to get some free stuff. There's a razor, there's teeth whitening tabs, which I really want to try. They're not as white as they once were. I know I'm getting older, but at the same time, what else? I'm trying to see. A lot of face stuff. Ocean Spray, I can get coupons for them. Free sample of Neutrogena. Free McGruff book. If you're not of a certain age, you may not have any idea who McGruff is. In fact, my YouTube friends from Treasure Hunting with Jeebus actually found a stuffed McGruff and had no clue who it was. I'm quite sure that Mama Jeebus told them when they got home that that is McGruff the crime dog. But so yeah. And I'll try to find the 800 number sites. There were 2 of them that I used. I'm not going to overwhelm myself, I hope. Set that over there. So, I hope Bob comes soon with that box. So we can do our tea advent calendar. In the meantime, I'm going to get my food in the crock pot and do my wrestling video. So, that'll be fun. And I will keep you updated on these. What I will do after I use my highlighters is I will go ahead and write down the ones I'm getting. Because then I highlight them as they come in. It's a way of keeping track, and it's something that my mother and I did back in the day. Because I would have 2 different highlighters, like an orange and a yellow. And yes, they were very different. Or an orange and a green, or an orange and a blue, or a yellow and a blue, yellow and a green, something like that. And I would highlight 2 different colors, whether we were getting it or not getting it. And I always had a notebook where I would write them all down, and I would highlight them as they came in. So, but we're not even going to get them for 30 days. Start receiving these samples for about 30 days. Well, some of them might be 10 to 15 days. Another thing that you can do, if you're not shy, is if something went wrong with the product, which sometimes it does, you know, a food or anything else, don't hesitate to call the number on the back. Because if you get a bad food product, they'll ask you for the barcode, and then they'll send you a coupon for a free replacement. I've done that many times. I've got no problem doing that. So, that's just another little hint for freebies. Is don't be shy. Like I said, if they so that's my opinion. And when we were doing this, we were doing it on the computer because we didn't have tablets. They hadn't made tablets yet when we first started doing this. It was an old laptop that was about that thick. I'm so glad I have pictures of my mother with that laptop. To give you an idea of the age of the thing, well, first of all, I used it in 1999 when I was going through chemo. So this might have been in the very early 2000s that we did this. But I think we did it in the late 90s too. When I was going through chemo. And this thing still had a serial port for the printer. Yeah. That tells you how long ago it was. But I think we got it about 2 years before chemo. It was my chemo laptop, but it became my mother's laptop, which I had a desktop, so Um, I think it was a Dell. And the back of the top was the back of the cover of the screen here actually cracked. But yeah, it was pretty thick. I mean, it had to be pretty thick to support a serial port, but it was like that thick. Yeah, that was 25 years ago. Wow. Yeah, so we did it from the late 90s to the early 2000s. And I hadn't done it in a while. I mean, I did a few later on, but for some reason we hadn't done it in a while. Because you have to wait a while. Well, sometimes before you go back and do it again, so fresh ones come up. And we did it for like 4 years. But yeah, it was before I had cancer, so it was in the 90s. And we would do it with the desktop computer. My mother would hand me the keyboard and say, "You type, I'm not typing." Now I don't have to type. I use autofill. And it fills out the information for me. So it's very easy and very quick now because you use autofill. So so yeah, I hope that this video enlightens you and teaches you something, because I think freebies are a great thing, and people used to ask us, how do you do that? Go online, fill out the forms, and call 800 numbers, because we had them coming in almost daily at one point, and that's why we had that little box. It used to sit in the back entryway, with this little shelf on the back entryway, and it would all get put in there. And it was fun. But I'm taking way too much time. I love those memories. Those were some of the most fun times. Mom and I would sit up in the middle of the night and do that. It was so much fun. And every once in a while you'd get a human being instead of a robot that you just gave your name and address to. So, but a lot of them, it's just a robot you give your name and address to, which makes it quicker. But yeah, we definitely had a system, and you can create whatever system of your own that you want. And I think we might even make some kind of an advent calendar out of this stuff. That would be fun. Not a do-it-yourself one. I'd actually recycle one that we get. Don't know how many we're getting with actual drawers. So, if we get one with drawers, plan on getting the Alta one. If we get one with drawers, the Alta one has boxes, which would be perfect. We can do that. That'll be so much fun. And I'd just decorate the outside of the box, the main box, just to make it something different. So, anyway. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for taking time to be with me. Please check out Hunky's Pro Wrestling, videos Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Kid Missing, videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Doe Fridays. Just not this month because it's unidentified August. Bye, guys. And videos every day here. God bless you.